So I've always stayed one step ahead of these people. Um, what they believe includes a lot of history and a lot of truth when it comes to a lot of mythologies and schools of thought, which are all of Babylon. But they twist it in a very sick, homosexual, feminist, wicked way. The truth of it is that most religions evolve from African religion, including Christianity, Judaism, and Islam. And a lot of their differences of opinions have to do with things like this. You know, the meanings of rituals, the races of ancient cultures. You know, you have a lot of these Jewish secret societies. They'll say that Jews started everything. Whites saying whites did. Asians saying the Asians did. Semitics saying Semitics did, and blacks secret societies saying blacks did. But they're all Masons and affiliated with Masons in the end, so they help each other out. Recently, they did something extremely sick. Like I've warned them many times about the extras. So now more extras are going to be put on it. Because of the people not coming clean and not willing to do an interview with me where they admit their part and repent, I'm going to have to include, you know, I'm going to upload a few videos about momentum and the Serenios. That's just how it is. And I'm going to have to make more videos about homosexuals, because I'm almost positive it's a homosexual who did this disgusting, despicable act. Now, whether or not Masons have always been wicked is irrelevant, because this is the Masonry we have now. You can make the argument that they used to not be so homosexual, feminist, and out hell-bent on world government, that the Illuminati came in. They saw the best way for them to carry out their plans was within Masonry and secret societies therein, because Weishaupt was already affiliated with these groups, and that they twisted the agenda. And that back in the 1300s, the 1400s, the 1500s, when Masonry really started coming out, and speculative Masonry came along from the stonemasons, that they weren't for a lot of the things that they are now, and perhaps they weren't quote-unquote evil. I think, you know, my personal opinion is that they were wrong to begin with, and they became more wrong as time went on, but it's pretty much irrelevant. What we have now is what you should be concerned with. In the Bible, they said it was either Joshua, or I think I want to say Josiah. Someone, they said that this guy knew all the things that the ancient mysteries knew, and more. I'm pretty much similar to that man. It's that I know all what they know, you know, the relevant things of what they know, and I put the proper divine touch on it while they twist it and they're wicked. It's basically because God inspired me to do it. You know, I'm just a man. This is just my temple. This is just my vessel. You can say I'm a good-looking man. You can say, you know, I'm a great warrior, all this stuff. But this is just this is just my vessel, my temple, my ship, so to speak. You know, God is the grand designer. He's the one who inspired me to do all this. Now, getting into the meat of the videos, I have a lot to talk about. So let me try to squeeze this down. Squeeze this in the last 6 minutes and 30 seconds that I have left about. So fascist, racist, Mormon, hate groups, etc. caused me to say that black people are superior in a video once. Most people who are part of white culture, skaters, surfers, bikers, etc., are biased against other cultures. I don't have time to explore these points, but they're more than elaborated on in other videos. Again, that applies to all videos in this series. These are the key points. The elaborations are in the thousands of other videos I have. But these are the points I need to emphasize and that I took out of the other videos, because I stuffed 90 plus videos in this 10 video series. Why English teachers tend to be some of the most racist when it comes to their pet peeve, which is someone who does not speak proper English. Think who is more likely to speak it? Obviously white people and whitewashed people. White people have better schools and a culture that does not discourage them from studying and learning, so they do better on IQ tests. Asians work the hardest, so they may have a higher average IQ than whites. Depending on, I've seen different studies that one says one thing, one says the other. White Crip from Compton, Southside Crips, who shot the third sister of the Williams sister, Verena and Serena, I believe it is. He was acting like a black guy, performing the same as them, living with them, and that shows the point that when a white person submits themselves to the same kind of oppression that black people do, you know, the old "you act like an N-word, we'll treat you like an N-word" routine, then they have a similar behavior. See, fascism starts with kicking people out of the country, then they go to other countries to exterminate them to make more room for whites. And they say that, oh, this is a white country, the same thing they did with America and Native Americans. Gay marriage is legal and polygamy is illegal, even though it is part of Islam and I believe Mormonism. Gays obsess on things. They're abnormally sensitive, abnormally mentally unhealthy. 90% of the trolls are gays. A small percent of whites, racists, and feminists. It's funny how there's conspiracy theorists who are competing with me for viewers. You could argue, and they're not trolling me. You know, you gotta really ask yourself why that is. You know, it's because the sickos, the people who do not want to be exposed, is sick, resort to trolling instead of trying to confirm to people and to reassure people that they're not sick, because it makes no point when the truth is out there. No matter what argument you make, it seems it pales in the presence of the truth when compared to the truth. So they don't want the truth to come out there because there's nothing they can say once it's out there, because to people's souls and mind, the truth will appeal to and make more sense to them. Anyway, the things that sent me to the cycle, which I do not take medication for anyway, were me yelling and arguing with my parents only once. Was it over the cops taking me when they claimed I said threatened the cops only once, and then another time it was partially over gang stalkers breaking in. And recently, it seems that they came in here. I forgot about that. Hold on a second.